So hello and welcome to this Adobe Animate tutorial. And in this tutorial we are not going to be doing any project because I would like to show you the difference between VAR, LED and CONST. And for the future projects I can refer to this video. So I am in the Adobe Animate and I am in the HTML5 canvas. And right now I don't have any graphic and I'm not going to have any graphic. We are just going to be console logging. And right now I'm going to get my code. So on this layer 1 I will right click and I'm going to choose actions, and this is going to open me a text editor. So first of all what we can do is create some kind of variables. So I'm going to type const my name, for example, is going to be equal to Martin. Then I am going to type let age is going to be equal to 25, but that's not true. And then I can write var favorite color is going to be equal to green, for example. And now we have like 3 variables, and all of them have a different name at the beginning. One is const, one is let, one is var. Okay, so what is going to happen if I try to console log them? So I'm going to type console.log, and I'm going to console.log first of all my name, like so. Then I'm going to copy this, Ctrl+C, Ctrl+V, like so. And then I'm going to try to console.log the age. So I'm going to put in here age, and then I'm going to console.log favorite color, like so. And I'm going to not like so. I want to copy this and I want to paste it in here like so. So I'm going to hit Ctrl Enter, and I'm going to click F12, or you can just right click and choose inspect, and then go to the console. And I can see that I have console.logged Martin, which is const. I have console.logged this 25, which was a let, and also this favorite color, which was var. So in this sense, they are the same. Now, if I would try, I am going to get rid of those console.logs. If I'm going to try to write one more time, const my name is going to be equal to, I don't know, Jane. And I'm going to hit Ctrl Enter, I'm going to have an error because my name has already been declared. Okay, so I can't redeclare the variable. So once I have const my name, I can't write const my name one more time, and I can't write let my name. This is also going to give me an error, and yeah. And with the constant, you can't even write it like so. So I'm going to have const my name is going to be equal to Martin, and then I'm going to say that my name is going to be Jane. And now if I hit Ctrl Enter, we are still going to have an error, but right now the error is going to be different, assignment to constant variable. Okay, so that's not possible. Now I can go ahead and get rid of this. And for example, I can go still with the name. So I'm going to type let my name. All right. And if I type let my name and I will try to redeclare it, let my name is going to be equal to Peter, for example. This is not going to be working because identifier my name has already been declared. All right. But if I'm going to right now only change the variable, so I'm not going to redeclare it, but I'm just going to say that, hey, my name right now is going to be Peter, and I'm going to hit Ctrl Enter, then this is going to be working. Okay, but I am also going to console.log it, so I can have let my name is Martin, and I can in here console.log my name, like so, like this. And then I'm going to simply copy this and I'm going to paste it in here, and I'm going to hit Ctrl Enter. And right now at the beginning we are going to have Martin, and then we are going to have Peter. So this is the difference between, or one of the differences between let and const, that when we have const, we cannot write const one more time with the same name. When we have let, we cannot write the let with the same name one more time. But when we have const, we cannot even change the variable, and when we have let, we can change it. All right. Now I will get rid of this console.logs, and with var it is a little bit different, because if I'm going to have var favorite color is going to be green, and then I'm going to redeclare it. So I'm going to one more time type var favorite color is going to be blue, and then I can console.log it. So console.log favorite color. So I'm going to copy this and paste it in here, and then I'm going to copy it one more time and paste it in here. So if I'm going to have var, there is no issue. I can redeclare the variable many times. Alright, so hopefully for now this makes sense. Now I'm going to delete this, and I'm going to put them to the function. So I'm going to create the function, and by the way, with the var you can redeclare, but you can also just change it like so. Favorite color is going to be blue. And it is still going to be working, but it is still going to be working with the var, and this wouldn't work with let and const, and yeah. So now I'm going to create some kind of function. So I'm going to type function do something, whatever, parentheses, curly parentheses, and now I'm going to put the name back to the const, and I'm going to put all of these variables inside of the function. So I'm going to have the function do something, and in here I'm going to have this const my name, let age, and var favorite color. All right, and I'm going to call the function, so I can call it like so. And right now we are not console logging anything, so I can put this console.logs inside of the function. So I'm going to console.log my name, and I'm going to console.log the age, like so, and I'm going to console.log favorite color, like this, and I'm going to hit Ctrl Enter, and I'm going to hit F12, and we are going to have all of these console.logs. All right, but if I am going to get rid of this console.logs like so, and I'm going to try to console.log it here outside of that function, and we can do this one by one. So I'm going to comment out this one, and I'm going to comment out this one. So I have declared a const variable, my name, inside of some function. Okay, and this is called function scope. And then I'm going to try to address or access that variable outside of that function. Okay, so first of all with the const, and I'm going to hit Ctrl Enter, and I'm going to have an error that my name is not defined. All right, so this doesn't work with const. Now I'm going to comment out this, and I'm going to go with age, which is let age is equal to 25. If I'm going to hit Ctrl Enter, and I will hit F12, age is not defined. All right. And now I'm going to try to do the same thing with the var. So console.log favorite color. And what is going to happen is that it is also going to give me an error. So this is the thing that let, var, and const have in common, that they have this function scope. So once you are going to declare some kind of variable inside of the function, you can only access the variable inside of that function. You cannot access it outside of that function. But now what I could do is, if I'm going to, let me for a moment change this to let, or let me show you it like so. I can't basically type const my name and doesn't and don't give it any value, I'm going to hit Control Enter. I basically cannot do it like so, because when you are going to have a constant variable and you are not going to give it any value, and later on you cannot change it, so this basically doesn't work. So what I'm going to do is, for now, I'm going to change this to let, and I will copy this, and I'm going to paste it in here. And at the beginning, I'm going to type that let my name, and I'm not going to put it any value. And then I'm going to have let age, and I'm not going to put it any value. And then var favorite color, and I'm not going to put it any value. And then what I can do is inside of the function, I can just change them. So at the beginning, I'm going to have my name, age, and favorite color, and they are going to be all undefined because we didn't define the value. And then we have this function, and I'm going to say that my name is going to be Martin. As I said, I can't do this with const, so I'm not even going to try to show it. But now I have declared the variables outside of the function, and I'm just changing the values inside of the function. And then if I try to console.log them, and I can console.log them all at the same time, they are all going to be working, because this is valid. But there is one thing, and that's I can declare these variables outside of the function, and then I can inside of the function type one more time let my name, let age, and var favorite color, and this is going to be working fine, because I showed you that once you have let my name and something, you cannot redeclare the variable in the same scope. But right now this function is the different scope, so I can have the variables with the same name and the declaration like so. And now what is going to happen is that we have these variables, then we have these variables, and they have nothing to do with each other. And in the function, we are not going to console.log anything. So basically, we are creating new variables in the function, and then this console.log, it cannot access these variables, so it is going to console.log these ones, but it is going to be undefined. I'm going to hit Control Enter, F12, and they are undefined. Maybe this tutorial is a little bit confusing for some of you, maybe not, I don't know, but yeah. Let me right now go maybe one more time with const. So I'm going to type const, my name is going to be equal to Jane, and in here I'm going to type const, my name is equal to Martin. Then I'm going to in here type let age is going to be 22, but in here we are going to have let age is 25. And then I'm going to type var favorite color is going to be blue, and in this function we have var favorite color is going to be green. Alright, so now if I'm going to console.log it in here, we are going to console.log these values, and we are just going to ignore these values. So I'm going to hit Control Enter, F12, and we are going to have Jane 22 and blue. Alright, but as soon as I get rid of this const, and I'm going to get rid of this age, and I'm going to get rid of the let, and I'm going to get rid of the var. Right now what is going to happen is that we have declared the variables. In the function we are going to change them, and when we are going to console.log them, we are going to console.log the changed values. Even though this is not going to be working, because we have this const my name to be Jane, and then I'm trying to change the constant value. So this is going to give me an error, assignment to constant variable. But let me change this for now to the let. So let my name is Jane, and now we have this Jane 22 and blue, but then we are changing it to Martin 25 and green. So these console.logs are going to console.log this. Okay, Control Enter, F12, Martin 25 and green. One thing, and yeah, I am maybe talking about many details, but if I try to console.log this before, let me do it like so. If I try to console.log this before I will call the function, what is going to happen is it's going to console.log this one, because we have the variables, then we have the function, but the function doesn't do anything. Then we are console.logging the values, which are these values, and then we are calling the function to change them, but later on we are not console logging them. So I'm going to hit Control Enter, and you are going to see that we are going to have Jane 22 and blue. And if I would right now copy this and paste it in here, then we are going to have these new values in here, like so. All right. So yeah. But what I wanted to basically say with this, let me get rid of this and let me get rid of this like so, is that when you are going to declare variables, and let me go with const let and var like so. They are not going to be accessible outside of that function. So right now, one more time, yeah, I'm repeating myself, but yeah, right now we are going to get an error for all of them, but probably we are going to get error only for my name, and then it will stop run. Okay, my name is not defined. All right, fine. So this is something that they have in common, that they have this function scope. But right now I'm going to show you a difference where they are not the same. And let me comment this out. And there is something called function scope. And as I said, they behave the same. But there is something called block scope. And blocks basically are like for loops, while loops, if statements, and so on. So if I'm going to create an for loop, and I'm going to type for let I is going to be equal to 0, I is going to be smaller than 10, and then I plus plus, for example. And then I'm going to create a variable inside of this for loop. So I will go with let my name is going to be equal to Martin. And then what I can do is console.log, and I can console.log I, and with comma, I can also console.log my name, like so. And I'm going to hit Control Enter and F12. And right now I'm going to have this 0 Martin, 1 Martin, and so on. Hopefully you at least a little bit understand these for loops. If not, I'm not going to explain it in this tutorial. But the thing is that I have this for loop, and inside of that for loop I declare the variable let my name. And what is going to happen if I try to console.log this outside of that for loop? I'm going to type console.log my name, and I will hit Control Enter F12, and we are going to have an error. My name is not defined, because the name is defined in this block, the same as if this was a function, and we cannot access it outside. Okay, the different things would be if I am going to declare the variable in here, let my name is going to be nothing, and then I am going to change my name to be Martin. Then this is going to be working fine, because we have declared the variable outside, then we have changed this in the for loop, and then we are console logging it outside of the for loop. So this is going to work fine. All right, but as soon as and I could also put it like so, that let my name is nothing, then I'm going to have let my name is going to be Martin, and then I'm going to console.log it, but I don't have access to this one, and this one has right now nothing to do with this one, and that's why if I'm going to console.log, I'm going to console.log this one, and this one is going to be undefined. Control Enter, F12, and we are going to have undefined. Hopefully makes sense at least a little bit, but yeah. I will go back and I will leave it like so. So when I have it declared in here, I don't have any access to it in here. But if I'm going to put this to const my name is going to be equal to Martin, and I'm going to hit Control Enter, we are still going to get an error that my name is not defined. Alright, and right now with the var, and maybe you already can guess, maybe no, but if I'm going to put var my name is equal to Martin, and I am going to try to console.log it outside of that for loop, it is going to be working. Okay, so the thing is that let and const are let, const, and var have this function scope, and let and const has also the block scope, but var doesn't have the block scope. And this is something which actually, like, it's not good. It can be bad. It can mess up your code if you are not careful. So that's why let and const, for also other reasons, but was put it to the JavaScript, and that's why it's not recommended to use var anymore. Alright, but this is not only for the for loop. I will maybe show you the if statement. So I am actually going to, I can comment this out like so and like so, and I'm going to type let my num, like my number is going to be 0, and I'm going to type if my num is going to be equal to 0, and I prefer to use triple equal sign. You can go with double, but like 99% of time you should use triple. And in here I can create a variable let the age is going to be equal to 25. And then I'm going to console.log the age, like so. And I'm going to hit Control Enter, and I am going to hit F12, and we are going to console.log this. But if I am going to, one more time, try to access the age outside, I'm going to type console.log. I could just copy it, but yeah, console.log the age outside of that if statement. I am going to get an error that the age is not defined. And the same way, I just show you very quickly, if I'm going to put this to const, it is going to do the same thing, like so. And if I'm going to go with var, as you saw with the for loop, right now this is going to be working, like so. All right, and the last thing that I'm going to show you in this tutorial is okay, so right now we have this var, let, and const, and you should probably don't use var. So we are going to have let and const. And why would you use const? Okay, you can use let, and if you are going to have an variable, why would you use const? The const can be used, for example, for the arrays and objects, but right now I can show you arrays, because if I'm going to create a const, my names is going to be equal to, and I'm going to type Martin with comma Jane, Peter, and I don't know, Eve, like so. Now, if I want to change this array somehow, I can do it. Okay, I cannot. I can type console.log my names, like so, and I'm going to hit Control Enter and F12. Let me refresh this, and I'm going to have this array in here, and I can't right now type that. I will copy this, that my names is going to be equal to, I don't know, Peter, Martin, and whatever. So this is something that I can't do with the const. Okay, so this is going to give me an error that assignment to constant variable. And if I would have this as a let, like so, then I could do this, and that wouldn't be an issue. But if you are going to have this as a const, and you are not going to redeclare the variable, but you are just going to create some kind of changes. For example, I can type my names dot push, and we can push some kind of name. So I can maybe type Monica or whatever. And now I'm going to console.log my names after this, and I'm going to hit Ctrl Enter and F12. This is going to be working, and at the beginning we are going to have Martin, Jane, Peter, and Eve, and then we are going to have Martin, Jane, Peter, Eve, and Monica. This push is basically going to add you an element at the end of the array. Or what I could do is that I'm going to type my names 0 is going to be equal to Monica. And right now I'm going to console.log this one more time, like so, F12, and I will refresh this like so. And we are going to have Martin, Jane, Peter, Eve, and then we are going to have Monica, Jane, Peter, and Eve. And what I want to say with all of this is that when you have arrays or when you have objects, you can have a const, because you can manipulate with the array, you can change the array and so on, as soon as you don't redeclare the array, as soon as you don't write that my names is equal and create new array. You can do all of the operation with the array, even if it's const. So you could use let with the arrays, and that wouldn't be an issue, but it's like really common to use const with the arrays. And this is probably it. Maybe this tutorial was a little bit confusing. I don't know, maybe it was too long for such a topic, but I wanted to show you. Maybe I didn't tell you exactly all of the things, I don't know, but I tried to at least explain you this a little bit. And in some other projects when I'm going to create something, I can refer to this tutorial if someone is going to ask me like, why am I using const or let, or why I don't use var, or so on. So this is it. Hopefully you have learned something. If you have watched until the end, you can write it in the comment. But thank you, goodbye.